Hey girls, it's Rebecca Behrens with the Beautiful Roses team. I'm so glad you're on with me today. I'm doing this training, I'm doing it specifically for my team, but I'm going to download it and upload it so other leaders can share it. If you have questions about this special, if you're on my team, ask me about them. If you're not on my team, then contact your upline director and see if this is a special that she recommends that your team uses. I'm going to tell you why I think it's awesome. I came up with it last year. I got John Dorsey's permission to offer this special. So it's company endorsed, if you will. He gave me permission to use it. And I was on the phone with him when I came up with the idea, and he thought it sounded great and said to give it a try. So this is the show special. It is buy 3, get a Swerve for $5 or a headband for $15. This one was actually Keisha's special that she came up with several years ago after we lost the Have One On Us's. The special that I had been running was buy 3, get the 4th clip for $5. We were doing it at a women's show last year. Here's the problem with that. At a women's show, women shop with their friends. So what was happening was one girl would pick out 2, another girl would pick out 2, and they would combine for this special, which I'm still selling the same amount of stuff, but I have 2 customers and I really don't want them splitting orders. I don't want to promote splitting orders. So I said, well, what can I do? This was Thursday. So Thursday night I got home and I was like, well, what can I do? Because I don't really want, I want 2 customers, but I want them both buying 3. I don't want them buying 2 and then the other one buying 1 to get the free one. So I said, well, you know what? If I don't offer them a flexi clip as the 4th item, then they're gonna be less inclined because it's gonna be a little harder to split the special. So I said, the Swerve, I'm gonna use the Swerve. I've got a bunch of geometric U pens, and you can use any geometric U pen. I love the Swerve. Anytime I show people how to use it in their hair, they love it. I can do it in very baby fine, thin hair, and I can use it in really thick, tons of curls hair. So that's why I really like about the Swerve is it's very universal and it's amazing and it's so fast to show and it's something different than the flexi clip, and that is really an important part of this special, and I'll talk about that a little bit as I go on. What I did here was I put out the profitability of using our product as your show special. I am going to emphasize that a lot of ladies use scarves and they use soaps and they use other things, and that's okay. You know, whatever you pay for your item is going to be what comes out of your profit. So if you pay $2 for a scarf, then your profit is gonna be $2 less than this. And so is that a better deal than if you're at 30%, you're paying $3.40 out of pocket for the Swerve? Yes, that's a better deal. But I'm going to show you why you want to be using product. And it has to do with the fact that if you're using product as your show special, you're going to be at a higher percentage faster. So you're actually going to be earning more on everything. You're going to be paying less for whatever it is you're using as a show special. And you're going to be getting your personal volume up, so you can earn those incentives, and so you can promote, and so your downline can promote, or your upline can promote, whichever way it may be. So this is what the show specials, and there's going to be some things that are taken for granted in here. Sales tax, I didn't include sales tax in any of the show specials, so that is going to be an expense that you're going to be eating. You'll have to figure it in with your own, whatever your own sales tax rate is. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to go into details of all of that. If this is amazing and wonderful to you, then use this. If this is not new news to you, then you're going to be able to figure out the sales tax thing on your own anyhow. So what I did was to assume is that we're just going to go with a small being the most popular size clip. And so why do you want to upsell? I will talk about that more at the end, but no, you can't have the marker, sorry. Joy's in here with me. You want to upsell because you need fewer customers to get to whatever profit you want faster. So fewer customers mean more profit, and that's why you want to learn how to upsell. You do not have to be a saleswoman to learn how to sell Lila Rose, but if you want to sell Lila Rose and you want to make the most profit that you can, learning sales techniques, learning how to upsell, and learning just how to get repeat customers, which I'm going to talk about that just a little bit too. Those are things that are going to make this business a lot more profitable and probably a lot more enjoyable to you. So this is what we're talking about, show specials. Buy 3 is really where you want to start. You do not want to do a show special for 1 or 2 items. Anybody should be able to sell 1 or 2 items at full retail without any type of incentive. If you can't, they're not going to buy from you anyway. They're going to need to be convinced, whatever. Let them move on. Do not incent people to buy 1 or 2 clips. Please don't do that, because all you're doing is giving away money when you incent people to buy 1 or 2 clips. So all show specials need to start around 3 items. You can do more if you want, but it gets a little bit harder. You're gonna have less people take advantage of this special when you're not doing 3 clips. If you're doing 4 or 5, less people are going to take advantage. It might be worth it because the profit difference might be worth it. You have to figure that out yourself, because I'm talking about 3. So for the buy 3 retail special, if you buy 3 smalls, which that's an average purchase, again, I'm not doing any add-on costs. I'm doing straight retail. So if you're adding $2 per clip or whatever it may be, that's fine. You figure it out on your own, but this is just straight retail commission to keep it simple. So if you buy 3 smalls, average purchase, this would be $45, right? So this is when you're gonna offer the show special. If they have purchased 3 items, if you're at 30%, these are the amounts that you're going to make. So if you're at 30% and you just sold 3 smalls, you would make $13.50. If you're at 35%, you'd make $15.75. Your personal volume, again, we are not talking about any bundles here. So the bundles, you could make up to 50%, or you could make 45% with some of the bundles, but this PV is not going to be reflected in bundle purchases. So again, if you're in a promotion month, don't buy bundles, buy individual clips. Your profit would be the same for a lot of those 45% things if you're at the 45% level, and you would get the highest PV possible by buying clips individually. So this is only going to be applicable for people that buy clips individually. If you do bundles, figure it out yourself. All right, so this is what the deal is. This is my $5 Swerve show special. They are paying $5. So I say, oh, you know what? If did I tell you about our show special? Oh no? Oh, it's great. If you buy 3 clips, you can get a Swerve for $5. And that's it. That's all I say. Do you know what they say to me? They say, what's a Swerve? And I'm like, oh, let me show you. So I've already showed them the Flexi Clip. I almost always lead with the Flexi Clip unless they already have another product in their hand. So at that point, they've given me permission to put another different product in their hair. They've given me permission by asking me, what's a Swerve? So I grab the Swerve and I make a big deal about it to everybody around. Oh, you're gonna love the Swerve. It works in fine hair. Just let me show you how fast it is. Woo! I throw it in their hair. They are sold. They want that Swerve. It doesn't matter whether we're gonna buy any Flexi Clips or not. Now they're buying 3 so they can get a Swerve for $5. It's a $12 thing. Very rarely does anybody just buy the $12 Swerve. Most of the time, they buy 3 and add on the Swerve. Okay, so Swerve is retail, $12, right? If they pay $5 for the Swerve, this is how much comes out of your pocket based on what percentage rate you're buying at. So if you bought the Swerve at your 30% discount and that's it, you would be out $3.40 for that total purchase. So you would make $13.50 would be your profit, less the $3.40 difference that it cost you for the Swerve, okay? So that's the highest that you would have to pay out of your pocket. That's the highest amount that would come out of your $13.50 profit. Are you following me? Give me some thumbs up if you're following me. If you have questions, you can ask questions too. Okay, and then obviously it goes down. If you were the month that you bought Swerves, and I recommend, if you're in a 45% month, stock up on Swerves, because then Swerves are only costing you $1.60 to use as your show special. So your profit, if you're at 45% for your clips, you're gonna make $20.25, so you're making a higher profit, but you're also paying less to give them that show special. You're only paying $1.60 to give them the show special. And you're not losing money because you have upsold them. So instead of making, $6 off of a single, if you sell one single small, you're only making $6. But if you upsell them to 3 smalls, you're making $20 less your $1.60 for your Swerve. Do you see that this you're not losing money? When people say, oh, why do you offer show specials? You're losing money. I'm like, do you know how to do math? Because you're not losing money. You are coming a little bit out of your profit, but your profit is so much bigger than if you're selling 1 clip. Now, if you can sell 3 clips to anybody without having a show special, do it. But I'm not good at that. I don't upsell and sell more clips unless I have a show special. It helps me. I don't know how it helps me. It just does. It makes me feel more confident and like I'm offering them a special deal that they can be excited about. So that's why I do. The show specials. Now let me show you the headband special. These are the only 2 specials that I offer at shows. They're the only ones that are written down on the walls. Now, if somebody comes up with hair like me, and if they buy 3 minis, where are we there? 3 minis, am I going to offer them a Swerve? I'm going to tell them that's what the show special is, but I'm going to say, you know what? Since you've got short hair like me and you're just buying 3 minis, if you want a 4th mini for $5, I'll do that for you. And you know what? The profit, if you do, instead of the Swerve, if you do a mini or if you do a pair of bobby pins, the profit's going to be a little bit better. You're going to be paying a little bit less for those specials, but do you know why I don't do a 4th flexi or bobby pins? Because they're not as good as the Swerve. And they don't introduce another product to the person that they can be excited about and give them one more thing that's totally amazing that only Lila Rose does. I've not seen anybody else sell Swerves. I've seen other people sell bobby pins, right? People can go to Claire's and buy bobby pins if they want. I know they don't hold as well as ours, but the fact of the matter is they could do that. So that's why I only offer the Swerve. Now the headband special that Keisha came up with, I'm like, that's not even a good special. It's $15. It's only $9 off. People love it. They love the headband special. And the headband special is way better even for profitability, because even at 30%, you're only paying $1.80 for a headband at 30%. So you're only taking $1.80 off of your profit there. At 45%, you're making $1.80, right? So this is a good deal. Plus, I forgot to tell you about this with the Swerve. When you use the Swerve Show Special, it may cost you $2 to $3, but you are getting another $8.40 in personal volume. Do you see this? When you buy the Swerve, you get $8.40 in personal volume. That's your personal volume for a Swerve. It's amazing. $8.40 plus the $31.50. So when you sell them this show special, you're going to get $31.50 plus $8.40 as your personal volume. Guess what you're going to get if you offer them a scarf or soaps? You're only going to get $31.50. So if you do buy 3, get a scarf or soap, all you get is a $31.50 PV. By using the personal volume and the Swerve, it's going to cost you about as much as a scarf. If you're at the 45% level, it's only going to cost you about $1.50. Most scarves are going to cost you at least $1.50 for a nice scarf that someone wants, even on clearance. And so you're going to come out ahead because you're going to be at almost 40 in personal volume when you use our product as your show special. Please use our product as your show specials. And somebody said, who was it that said? Aaron. Aaron suggested when Rosewater comes out, making that a show special. I love that idea. I'm going to be all over that depending on the price point and if I can figure out how to make it work. Okay, so let me show you here. Someone had suggested offering a 15% discount. So what she does, and she found that this works for her, she does buy 3, get a 15% discount, okay? That's very a motivational thing where people are going to buy. It cost her $6.75. That's how much profit she loses from offering 15% off. So if you're only at 30% profit and you offer a 15% discount, you're only going to be making $6.75. So you just cut your profit in half. That doesn't take into account booth fees, square fees, literature fees, anything like that. So that special is going to make you break even or lose money if you're only at 30%. Now, if you're making 45%, can you afford $675? Sure, you can afford $675 if you want to do it. It's a motivational special, but guess how much extra PV you get if you do that special? None. You don't get any. So offering a discount for purchase, you're not getting any extra personal volume. It's not costing, this one in particular is costing you more of your profit. And so I don't recommend that. And I'll go over one more discount special someone had mentioned to show you how that one works. Okay, somebody does a free pair of bobbies from the 4-pack. So she buys the 4-pack for $15, but because she only gives away a pair, I cut that cost in half, and I only wrote it down as $7.50. Make sense? So if you buy a 4-pack at $15, the retail is only $7.50, and so what's the PV? The PV with 30% off would be $5.25. Her cost, if she's at 30%, is $5.25. Now, this is good because she is getting some personal volume from using a pair of bobby pins, but as you notice here, $5.25 is more than the Swerve special in every place, okay? $4.88, $4.50, $4.13, it's more. So, it's costing you more money to offer bobby pins, and I just don't like our bobby pins as much. I don't think that they are as motivating or awe-inspiring as our Swerve. That's why I like to use the Swerve or the geometric U-pins. You can use either one, that's fine. And I will do both, but I always say the Swerve, and then I just point to the whole rack of geometric U-pins. Okay, somebody else does buy 2, get $2 off. Now, first of all, I talked a little bit earlier about don't incent people to buy 2. It shouldn't be that hard to talk people into buying 2 clips, one for them, one for a friend, one for them, one for their daughter. Make them buy those both at full price. Don't incent them to buy 2. But let's just, for the sake of our special here, to show it to you, if they buy 2, that would be $30, right? They buy 2 smalls, $15 each. That would be $30. So their profit on that at 30%, and all of the rest of these would be higher. So I only did 30% because this is the least that you would make. But at 30%, they would profit $9. But if they take $2 off, they'd only profit $7. So again, it's not costing them, well, it's costing them more because if they do 3 items, then you're going up to $3 off. And so the only place where it's better is it's better than if you're at 30%. But other than that, and guess how much extra PV they get? They get nothing. They get no extra PV. They only get the PV off the purchase, just like you would up here. Okay, so let me put this into big picture for you, like total dollars, total profit. Joy, no. Sorry, Joy's trying to work on the computer for me while I'm gone. Let me just relocate this chair. Maybe she'll join us. You can sit here. Okay, so let me do the big picture for you, and excuse this, but this is big picture, okay? So we're gonna talk about total profit here. Total profit. If you have just 10 customers that do the buy 3 with the Swerve for $5, the retail sales, this isn't going to be your retail profit or this isn't even going to be your retail intake because this takes into account Swerve at full retail value, and the reason that I'm doing that is to help you figure out your percent. I want to stand on this side just because I think the light's a little bit better. Okay, so the retail, that puts you at $570 retail. So if you have 10 people buy 3 smalls and they each get a Swerve, your retail for that month is going to be $570. So that means you're at 40%. Okay, so I didn't even figure it out at a lower percent profit. Your 40% profit from that. Now, this is taking into account what the Swerve is actually costing you at this point. So what I did was I took 18, I subtracted 220 because if you sell 3 smalls at 40%, you make $18. Then you sell them the Swerve for $5, so that's going to cost you $220 for that single Swerve. So their profit is what? $15.80. So then I did $15.80 times 10. If you have 10 people do that, you will make $158. But your personal volume will be $399. So $399, you're at the 40% level automatically if 10 people do the 3 swerves. Now I said, okay, well, let's figure out how many individual customers do I need buying one single clip to make the same profit. To make $158 selling one small to one person, I would have to sell, and this is at 40%. So this is assuming that I had bought these at 40%. I would have to sell to 26 customers. So you can upsell to 10 customers, or you can try to find almost triple, 2.5 times the number of customers and sell them a single clip. Are you guys following me? Do you see the importance of upselling? Are you with me? Do you see the importance of upselling? But listen, it gets worse or better. I don't know which way you want to put it if you're selling individual clips. If you're selling individual clips at $15 and you're at 40%, you're going to make, no ma'am, give me that, sorry. Glue stick. Okay, so you're going to make, if you sell to 26 customers, a single individual small, and you're at 40%, which you wouldn't be because this is what your retail is. The retail for 26 small clips is only $390. So you're not even at 40%. So I'm giving you 40%, assuming that you have done at least $110 more of business at something that month. But if you only do one show for the month, your 26 customers is not going to give you 40%. So you will have to have figured out that 40% elsewhere. But anyway, so if you're at 40% to make $158, you would need to sell to 26 customers. Look at your personal volume. Your personal volume for the same profit as here and here is only $234. Did you earn the monthly incentive? No, you didn't earn the monthly incentive. You earned $158. But your retail, you're not even at 40%. So one show, you're not at 40%. You have 234, you didn't earn the incentive. Ladies, please, I am telling you, I did not come up with this show special because I wanted to be Miss Smarty Pants. I came up with it on accident, and it works really, really well. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you. That's why when somebody posts, oh, what's your show special? And a bunch of people start posting show specials, it makes me really nervous because I see that the profitability for some of these things is just not as good. I don't want you to work so hard to make less money. If you're gonna work hard, make more money. Let's make more money doing the same amount of work. It does not take any extra work. It's actually less work to upsell to 10 people than it is to sell to 26 individual people on individual smalls. Are you guys following me? So let this be an encouragement. If you've used some other show special, no big deal. Like our branded stuff, like if you feel like you can't, now remember, my show specials, they do not cost you money. You do not lose money with my show specials. But if you do not feel that you can invest this much of your profit, you cannot afford to lose that much profit, $1.60, you can use our branded items. You can use the cinch bag. You can use the tote bags. But guess what? The girls that I know that have used those as incentives, they don't do as well with them. They are not as incentivizing as a Swerve that they're paying for. They're paying for the Swerve. You're not giving them the Swerve for free. You can maybe offer them a choice. Say, oh, if you buy 3, you can either have the bag, or you can have a Swerve for $5. You can have the bag for free, or you can have the Swerve for $5. Give them a choice. And then maybe part of the time, you'll be out only $1 or $2 based on which branded item you give them. But you want to give them branded items over soaps and things like that, because the branded items keep your name in front of them, and that helps with the repurchases. Those repurchases are so important. You don't ever just want to sell to someone one time. You want them to come back and to come back and to come back. And right now I'm using a messenger bot program to do that. We're getting ready to have a big training on it with Michelle Withers. If you want more information, talk to your upline about it and we'll try to get you in on that. But I think that that's going to be amazing, the reorders, because customers that are already familiar with your product, and especially these customers that are familiar with more than one product. I had a lady the other day who got a Swerve from me at a convention that I did in May. She put in an order. This was the first order she placed since the convention. She bought 3 more Swerves because she loves them. She bought them all for herself. She bought 3 Flexi Clips as well, but she loved the Swerve. She never would have tried the Swerve if it had not been the show special, because we were too busy to just kind of willy-nilly do clips for people or do items for people. We needed a focus. So we always lead with the Flexi because it's signature, no one else has it. And then I do the Swerve special because people ask me what's a Swerve, and it gives me permission to put it in their hair. So, and the headbands too. And people already know what the headbands are and they know how they work, and so that's a very easy demo. And an easy upsell for people that like headbands. So I'm Rebecca Behrens. I'm making life beautiful one woman at a time. I hope you do great, great, great using our own product as our specials this fall. Let me know what you think of it. If I did math wrong, let me know that too, because I'm gonna send this video to John and I don't wanna have my numbers wrong. So double check my math and let me know if I need to explain something better, if I need to fix something. But I hope that this works super great for you for an amazing fall selling season and some super great promotions to manager and director and beyond. Bye, girls.